This is Sylvia Lydia Morales. I am at the Starbucks at the Embarcadero, across the way from Marketplace. Yeah, across the way from Marketplace. It's a busy weekend. It's spring break. It's here. Yeah. Have fun on spring break. Clean and safe fun because these fuckers are rough. The gangbangers, the gang members, and Scientologists. That's Scientologists. Friends of WikiLeaks included, the Jehovah's Witnesses, the anti-Semites, the sharks are around, and the Jedi, Jehovah's Witnesses, Episcopal Church, the non-denominational and the unincorporated, which is Tea Party. And they're pulling a Jeepers Creepers. Let's reel in the fishies, Catholics. And so this is Sylvia Morales. I have a couple of hours to get back home. Next door shelter. I live at 1001 Polk Street. You know the drill. They always make noise to intimidate. Yada yada yada. Same old, same old. And if you can tell the technology that they use to interfere with the way I say things, that's also a crime against humanity. It's considered torture on the Navy daughter of a military hero who was my mother. So they can laugh all they want, but we caught them. Suspicious persons outside, people passing through will be able to see them right off the bat. U.S. Department of Transportation is also here. And trolley right across the street, you know, because it's stupid people. U.S. Coast Guard, Navy SEALs, military kids. The war criminals are around. They'll be recognized by the military kids and their families. And Miss Gillibrand, I say hi. Much respect to them. You know, raped. My mom was also military, Navy, and intelligence, and she was raped on more than one occasion, gang rape included. It's St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. IRA shits are around, the Irish Revolution psychos. I'm talking about the perpetrators, forgive me. And IRA, Sandino, they're the IDF equivalent to anti-Semites, anti-minorities, and the St. Patrick's Day, so they're looking to make trouble. I'm Sylvia Lydia Morales. I'm an activist. I put a lot of information online to share with the public. We are now at live broadcast. It's really cool. I just bought this on a more positive note. I got my priority mail, which is great. I ordered this magazine online, and it is Entertainment Weekly. Game over. That's Jesse and my brother Chad from Nickelback. That's guess who that is, and that is Billy. Looks like Billy too, and equivalent to as well, and equivalent to, and that's Jesse was gang raped and murdered and by these people, and he had Tourette's syndrome. So rest in peace. And that looks like I'm next. That's a critical threat, and wonderful people. And I was reading it, and it's dated October 9th, 2015, last year. And I was looking through it, and someone knows my writing. If truth be told, very cool, very nice. And it's pretty wonderful. It's a sign of pop culture during the time. This is what people are writing about, the intelligent folk. And this has been it took some time to get in publication. Publication takes time. Depending on how long it takes to come out. So this is great people. There's Malala Yousafzai as usual. I consider her a terrorist, and I reported her accordingly. She was stirring up the Yulas in Lafayette, Louisiana, and this is she's funny. I like her. She's really funny. Funny. And I actually mean that sincerely. Oh, Kelly fucking Quinn doesn't like coupons. Too bad, Kelly. Bye-bye, Kelly. She's really... I don't know. People talk, and it's like, not like we don't... it's not like we don't... It's not like it doesn't get back to us, right? Because, people talk, and it's... I don't know. they don't exactly have friends. There's I like her music. It's really good. And all of a sudden, my thoughts have been blocked, and I can't remember her name. That's considered torture, and it can be proven in military court, war crimes, And it's Feinstein still involved. Alanis Morissette. It's how you get through the day that matters as well. It's like winning $1 million and then dying off the next day. And wonderful. Blood on the dance floor. I think that's what this equals to. Blood on the dance floor. And credible threat, and they're letting me know. And don't put your hands on me, somebody who pretends to be me, a friend of mine. Wonder who that is. Someone's pretending to be me, and that's wonderful what they're doing. The Hunger Games. Game over, motherfuckers. And that's against the perps, not us. The ultimate exit. That is wonderful. Look at that. Enabled in publication for a while. This is great. That's where they're headed. There's a definitive history of Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill. Very nice. That is a You Oughta Know. Very nice. This is really cool. This is pop culture, so pop culture is what people are writing about, educated community. They also made the history books. It's the history books, so it was wonderful. And hey, Fred Savage! I'm wondering about Fred Savage. This one, I'm interested in reading it. I need to take my time. I usually like to take my time to read articles and columns. They have a lot of information that to the least perps, I can't readily do any homework because they're getting in my fucking way. And this is Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks. This is great. Look at that, right here. Si tienen el don de Sylvia, apostrophe S equal to. Very nice. Very nice. X out the feds. X out the feds. FedEx trucks need to be flagged. Steven Spielberg remembers looking up a lot as a kid. I wonder, he's Jewish. Steven Spielberg, very nice. Beautiful, look at that. Wonderful. Very nice. God bless you guys. Thank you. Very cool. Very wonderful. And this is a lot about our community and our nation, not allowing things to happen. A totally unironic oral history of Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill. 20 years after her groundbreaking juggernaut was unleashed upon an alternative nation, the singer-songwriter reflects on how the album changed pop, what she really thinks of ironic now, and why she'll never identify the X and You Oughta Know. Sorry, Uncle Joey, with you, by Kyle Anderson. Beautiful, very nice. Beautiful lady. And she's got some wonderful music. It's really nice. Long before she found the black fly in her Chardonnay, Alanis Morissette was a child star. Beautiful. She's got wonderful lyrics. I'm a writer, so I like to listen to people's lyrics. And I've always thought that musicians save lives. And if you listen to their lyrics, it's wonderful. On YouTube, I type the name of the title of the song and then lyrics, and it's wonderful. Anybody seen Go Ask Alice? Because that reminds me of Go Ask Alice, that book. And it's just a thought. We're listening to that when I was a kid. The Martian. There come the rest of them. Very cool. Very nice. More power to wonderful people, man. And Mapping a New Neverland. Very wonderful. Very cool. And I want to get my magazine back that I actually left it. It's for the Wall Street Journal in Houston. I put it down because I wanted to, maybe somebody would become informed with the information in there, because eventually it would have been lost. Look at my CD with StoryCorps, you know, and I'm like, no, I just left it there. Maybe someone educated themselves and looked at the magazine. So I wasn't trying to throw it away. I was trying to give the public information. And the Wall Street Journal is a wonderful magazine. And we've got our more heroes. Very nice. Very cool. This is the Walking Dead, and the other one is Grand Gustin. Pop culture personality quiz. Very nice. When he's not zooming through Central City as Barry Allen on the CW's The Flash, returning October 6, 8 p.m., the 25-year-old is devouring entertainment at a perfectly reasonable pace. Here, a taste of Gustin's Zeitgeist Diet by Mark Nessiker. Very nice. God bless you guys. Very cool. Right? What to watch? That's very cool. But it takes time to absorb information, and there goes my voice, but my intonation is going up in the background. And the Jacksons are here. If you go to UCLA, Ackerman Union, first level, that's my UCLA alma mater. My UCLA alma mater. It's my alma mater. They put those fuckers on a totem pole on the wall right next to Panda Express, just the way San Francisco did here. And they're also taking credit away from something else that the city did to be supportive of me. And my infamous little phone is a prepaid phone, and no contract, no hassles from AT&T. And I don't need the internet because I already have it on my computer, laptop. So I asked them about that, and so instead of paying $60 a month, $65 for unlimited talks, texts, and calling, which is great because it's still reasonable. You know, when you have unlimited talks and calling, $65 tops. Inside the AT&T store is what matters, because the cars are more complicated when you go to Target or Walmart. But yeah, it's easy. No contract, no hassle, no phone. It's $30 a month. $30 a month for a prepaid phone only. You have to worry about hassles with a phone bill, people hacking into telecommunications, and they've been making it an issue lately. We're gonna find out how to fucking hack into your phone, god damn it! They're not happy about it. The telecommunication hackers, which is a cybersecurity issue, and you know, it's terrorism related. And if you go onto the Department of Homeland Security, you'll find out what cyber crimes are. If you go to the FBI page, you will also find out what anti-gang violence and what the FBI is doing about it. I'm pretty fucking anal, so I usually go to CIA and the Department of Defense, and I post accordingly every day. Yeah, so I do that. And so they know me fairly well, and obviously they know my background, my mom, and my grandmother. And slamming stuff onto the table only makes people angry, intelligent people angry, and it makes them look worse. And directed conversation is something I don't believe in. I study targeted individuals. I know what that's about. And I'm looking for my phone, but it's a prepaid phone. And this is what they did to my StoryCorps CD. And they broke it. And I was like, oh man. Blank. Torch law added on to their crime charges. Now, one thing that I have, I'm a very disorganized person, so I still need to work on that. And Chickies, remember this? This is the tasting January to February 2016 at 6:95. I made a video about this as well. We know who the perps are. Mine is Billy Joe Armstrong. Sort of a pain in the ass. So, yeah, so I have my flyer. I put this online too. You know, I like the logos that's supporting LGBT, and it's like clip art. I use clip art. I use clip on Microsoft Word inside FedEx. Clip art, see, clip art, and then so I rearranged it on Word, and I made copies of it. 100 copies cost me only $89. on a two-sided thingamajig, two-sided paper. So it's a color on front and black and white on the back. It worked just fine. $89. I'm like, you know, it was great, and I was angry because they were making an issue, giving me the runaround. One of the females giving me the runaround at FedEx. I'm like, no, I actually want my flyers because I need to pass them out. And 100 of them went in about half an hour. Then I printed out more afterwards, to the ones I have here. Oh, I can hear the war criminals mocking me. That's too bad. Obviously, I've been right. But bye now. Last year, they gave me a black eye on Easter. They called me a kike in the process. And the perps kept walking in and out of the Starbucks that I was at, making fun of me, threatening me with noise from the doorway. Be wary of Starbucks, you know. And report them to ICE. A lot of them are illegals being hired. And you can type in the word ICE, ICE, in the search box of the DHS Department of Homeland Security.gov, and take it from there. And take your time. You have plenty of time to get there when you get back home, especially. So I'm still looking for my phone. I'm very disorganized, but anyway, yeah. So that's really wonderful. And Florence was Extraordinary Machine. This is really great and very cool. This is smart, funny, and first. Very cool. This is Fest 2015. Very cool. Very nice. LG TV. Chart flashback 1988. You remember the 1980s. These are books. The funniest girl in the room. Very nice. Very nice. The skins we're in. Take 10 great fall thrillers. Very nice. This question, I remember asking myself this a while back. What is the likelihood that two members of the same family would commit suicide in 2 generations? I'm talking about Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee. They both committed suicide, supposedly. So I look at this and I'm thinking, Entertainment Weekly, game over, for those are. And I went through it and I said, what if the world you knew was history? What if the world you knew was history? So they have this, you know, they wanted to go Third Reich, these motherfucking perps. And the world caught it, very nice. So freedom is under control, that's me. I'm usually holding a camera. Freedom is under the control, the hell it is. I'm usually holding a camera, it's that one. And it says the man in the high castle, guess what that is? MSC South in San Francisco, California. And it's really great. Everyone knows what these fuckers are up to. We are battle-born. God bless you guys, man. So I highly encourage people to buy the magazine. $4.99, man. It's only $4.99. EW.com. I remember the issue was October 9th, 2015, issue number 1384, Entertainment Weekly. And it's wonderful. It's really cool. Oh, look, I know about annotated bibliography, for example. So it's EW. So okay. Yes, issue number 1384, 1384, October 9, 2015, Entertainment Weekly. It's $4.99 off of EW.com, but plus tax, of course. So it's wonderful. And those of us who are intelligent know what we're talking about, and they can't fathom a brain. Why? Because they fuck their way through EULA, the nepotism, get their degrees, and then they go off to UCLA, for example. Affirmative action, motherfuckers. So I remember reading their paper when I was there, and I was laughing. I'm like, you know, you were drafted in high school. and you refused it. I'm like, you're not that fucking stupid. Like softball and baseball. No, he's not that fucking stupid. And I was reading the paper, and it said, they're going to draft him 2016. I highly encourage the baseball players not to draft him because they've got a track record for killing minorities, raping minorities, that sort of shit. Because not only will they bring all their friends there, and they will wear red beanies, red sweatshirts, as in this is Eula, as in Satan worship, and then they'll start beating up the baseball players. I wouldn't recommend it. So yeah, they've got a track record for doing that, and they're also driving around in deep red, and those would be the older Eulas, the older brats, and I reported them too. IntersectionWarCry.org would be an example of that. And Bono has a tendency to ride around in a burgundy SUV. Bye-bye, Bono. And muy mono de Bono strikes out again. It's St. Patrick's Day, so watch out. Bono and Ali Houston are around. They're white supremacists a la Ira. It's Irish Ira Sandino. That's Jose Barroso, too. So they're counting on my not having a phone. It's pretty funny because, oh no, she'll be able to defend herself if she has a phone. Like, oh no, nothing else. So I bust out with my freaking phone. I start laughing, and they run in the opposite direction. And you should take that as a compliment. You used to tell me military, you used to tell me motor vehicles, you used to tell me Veterans for Peace who are war criminals, Salvation Army wore it because they're trained in military. And I'm like, you and whose army? I'm like, I'm just saying. I was saying that in Sacramento. And I saw someone throw in a helicopter. It was exasperated as a special effect coming my way. I'm like, that is fucking funny. It's really funny. And I'm like, I don't know physical combat. I'm good at diffusing, right? And, it's like, I don't know self-defense in that sense. And they're like, yes, you do. You have a brain. You should take it as a fucking compliment. You're not fucking kidding. Christopher. So all these people on you, motor vehicles included. Take it as a fucking compliment. That's your fucking brain, man. So I was sitting in 30 Southwest, and they have a different name they're saying. That's Revivalist Church, Jehovah's Witnesses, Salvation Army in Multnomah County. I was watching their news, Channel 8, and I saw someone say to her, "You're me, Hick. Hey, how you doing?" And I heard her say to me, "Your thoughts are dangerous." I'm like, you're not fucking kidding. My thoughts are dangerous. It's not fucking funny. And so yeah. So be wary of the Orozcos. They live at 626-333-6262. Who the fuck doesn't know that ghetto number? They're whores. And if you look at He Venido a Pedirte Perdón, the video Juan Gabriel on YouTube, you'll see Carmen Orozco. She's in a pink outfit, ugly bitch with thick eyebrows. They're saying that, you also said the same thing about Kelly Winters on the CD. I can't be both, okay? Bye-bye. And so she's dancing and in the bar. And then there's Monica, who's a friend of Isela Jimenez. And you see Maria Chelo Orozco. And if you break down her name, they were calling her Chelina. She used to go by Chelina when she was younger. And that's the CH, then you break that apart, L-E-L, Ina, they're going to go after Chad, Nickelback, and N-A, or at A. I'm good with them. I'm good with English. It's one of my strongest subjects. I was a kid. And they're counting they're still hoping that I'll get kicked out of the shelter, by getting home late. And I'm walking all the way down there, so they're going to start stalking my eyes. We need to keep tabs on these fuckers. So on your march, get set, go. You can see them. More criminals. How dare them, these illegal aliens, demand that I leave somewhere because they're conchudos, los hijos de puta. Yeah, they demand people to leave certain places, Starbucks included, and they're welcome. Their time here is unwelcome for first of all. They demand that I leave their businesses, Starbucks included, and they demand that I don't have a roof over my head. I'm not the one who's homeless and poor here. So ni de aquí ni de allá los hijos de perra, So They've got some fucking nervous conchulos ilegales, hijos de puta, fucking attitude. Pieces of shit. Oh, you wanted to, yeah, and I'm a law-abiding citizen. For those of you who know me, I'm a registered voter. And the UPS, they know it's something similar to that, but they do the same thing with the registered car registration card. I think my voter registration card had 127/016 when I received it. I received it in the mail at 290 Kirk. And so you know that I'm a law-abiding citizen. They always go after innocent people. And they're all around, so they're demanding their place in our society. Our laws don't apply to them. Therefore, they're VPs in the military. And if you look up the Jehovah's Witnesses on Wikipedia, you will know that their origins are based in Pennsylvania. So their origins are based in Pennsylvania. So if you turn VP upside down with the A, put a little in the middle, that would be PA. VPs are the Jehovah's Witnesses. We can be in the world but not be of the world. Put that on my blog last year. Believe in state, they therefore don't believe in military, therefore they're war criminals. Turn that upside down, they're MCs, a la Trevor Tim, and then they go into mind control shit, and instead of calling it psychological abuse or mental abuse, they call it mind control. It's not mind control. I'm like, yo misma me la creo, or no. Fucking mind control. It's not mind control, you piece of shit. Mental abuse. And they're already predisposed because of PTSD or heroes, or they're already predisposed because of mental illness, and those haven't diagnosed, Then there's the Salvation Army, and I'm a UCLA grad, so it's like associated students. So I should around the other way, associated student with a little squiggly at A. CC would be the same thing. So Salvation Army is associated students. That would be Aaron Swartz. And I'm thinking violence is power. That's VP. I started putting the prepositions in parentheses. Make violence is power. Turn it around as Angela Davis, PA, Pennsylvania. And then it's Salvation Army, Aaron Swartz, and they've been around for a while. And then there's, I'm good with acronyms. Look at acronyms. So, they'll declare themselves sex offenders. That is the truth. And then, so it's VP. You guys, people don't like knowledge is power. Now, knowledge is power. They're like, violence is power. I'm like, no. They're like, no pain, no gain. I'm like, no brain, no gain, you fucking moron. And I'm like, there's one of them. So you're killing off, I'm like, knowledge is power. They're killing off the KPs. The VPs are. So they're above everyone else. Going to take over the world, that sort of shit. Stupid people. So you turn it sideways. The KP becomes the Roman numeral 4. And the P is one arrow going that way, one arrow going the other way, and that's where you got P and V. So, it took us some time to get here, but they're assuming you people are so stupid. I go, no. There's a reason we do what we do, and I'm the one who's out here. Remember how we started? My mom was military, Navy, Sergeant Lieutenant Sylvia Leticia Garcia, maiden name, and date of birth was 10/29/1956. She was born in Torreón, Coahuila, Mexico. She's a legal alien. My grandmother was Maria Felix, a.k.a., and she was from Jalisco, Mexico. And I'm thinking Sarah Palin eventually. Sarah Palin had issues with my grandmother. And there's Palin. Anise Parker had issues with my mom. And then I'm thinking Miss Gillibrand, the rapes. Oh my God, they were raped. Are you kidding? So enter William Jackie Rhodes. I'm like, that's the best these fuckers can do. My mom liked older men. She married Charles Bronson. That's where Chivis comes in. That's where Chad comes in. That's where Chelina's going after Chad. My brother is a fraternal twin. And we're Jewish, Mexican, and Italian. Our parents were Mexican. But they kill off legal aliens. And the illegal aliens are having a bitch fit and demanding that I leave a residence. Don't you fucking tell me to demand anything. No more illegal immigration reforms in the House. Get them off of fucking welfare, motherfuckers. The Anti-Defamation League, according to them, the white supremacists, they're not getting their pensions. That's legal. That happened a year and a half ago. So we need to go after the welfare that they're on, social services that they're on. The kids deserve the services, obviously. And services are services, no human rights abuses, but they don't give a fuck about their own children. So it's like they need no privacy. It's legal. They torture others. They take away the privacy of law-abiding citizens because they know whom we're related to. For example, the average citizen cannot control the mobility of someone else's body unless you're a traitor to the United States. They're shooting themselves in the fucking ass because we wanted them to begin with. These fucking Nazis and these fucking war criminals, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Vietnam, Nazi Germany, and they all, and in order to qualify for homeless resource centers, you have to have your fingerprints there. They all have their fucking fingerprints in the system, in the homeless resource centers. Se acabó. No matter what fucking name you have, your fingerprints in the system. You can compare it to other things. And if the system is 311, changes citywide. And what pissed them off, I gave them my changes number to the feds, federal government, so they can't manipulate and fuck with my bed number anymore. And the reservations are made by Glide, 330 Ellis, ELLIS at Taylor. Happy Donuts is across the street. Watch out for Happy Donuts because they may have something in their cookie dough. And they have a comedy club. Oh yes, they have a comedy club. They're handing out flyers that be wary of who these comics are because they're very stupid people and they're also perpetrators and criminals and rapists and stuff. So you can access my Google Drive. All the pictures and videos on there, these perpetrators are in. And I usually turn in other information before I upload my videos on Google Drive. The feds have all the evidence they need, and they're making fun of the fact that, oh look, somebody hacked into her Facebook account and they stole her picture page, the other account that I had with the pre-Raphaelite art on it, Sylvia Morales. It was my face. I was turning in information on those very pictures with the Houston FBI, so they don't destroy anyone's account in Facebook. It went internal. And there's nothing they can do about it. Destruction of evidence is against the law. Retaliation for reporting criminals is also against the law. Please report the University of Lafayette, Louisiana, 70504 to the U.S. Department of Education. You can file a grievance against the University of Lafayette, Louisiana, including a box you can check for retaliation for their infringement on everyone else's civil rights, minorities and mainstream Christians, FYI 911. You can go on to the U.S. Department of Education, file a grievance. Civil rights violations are extreme. It's based in Dallas. I did, but I was in psych. ward. Here come more perpetrators. These others. And it's legal. So they're stalking just to prevent people from posting and reporting them. And there's a shitload of people outside. 730 people normally live here, in addition to tourists coming in and having a great time. It's a spring break. We usually beef up security on holidays and spring break. Usually more security is around the U.S. Coast Guard, Department of Justice. Alcatraz is here. Hi, Jose. Hi, Jose. Department of Homeland Security, local law enforcement, the community. Then there are others. I believe I looked up one time, the last time I was here, other resources other than law enforcement, and I found something that said Crime Stoppers. There's at least 20 other resources aside from law enforcement where people can refer to report crimes. And this is 20 in San Francisco alone. Alice, too, she's done. I'm sick of her stalking me. We went to college. I met her at college at UCLA bookstore my freshman year, and we were all wearing blue vests that year. So I was 18 and a half. Now I'm 41, almost 42. Happy Women's History Month. Christopher wanted to go after minority women worldwide. Bye-bye, Christopher. And stalking is also a crime. And let's see. And next month is my birthday, April 20th, 1974. I was also born at 4:29 p.m. And I already know, Hitler was born on April 20th. I'm the opposite. I should tell you fucker something. I'm Jewish, Mexican, Italian, and Catholic. They gave me a black eye on Easter last year. Those of you who know me for years, you have already seen my YouTube video with the black eye on Easter and what I used to look like. And this is the first time I've had a roofer on my head consistently. They've taken my roof more than twice. They're trying to do it again. Tina Baker, 2438 K Street, 92102, from Tina Baker Board and Care. David Rock, 943 10th Avenue, 92101. Tina White, Sacramento Downtown Project at 515 21st Street, 95811. And Rhonda Gamble Holmes, who now works at Chippers. She was also my landlord for 4 years at Charloom Manor, 2456 East Street, 92102. I looked at the address recently when I was there looking for Jessie at Chippers, and the address is a little different on the side block, and it looks different, you know. So Charloom Manor, Rhonda Gamble Holmes is also involved. She lives in, I remember she told me she lived in Chula Vista, and she lived in a townhome, and she took her child to Sylvan Learning Center. So I'm thinking, who is her real husband? I'll find out what her real name is. Rhonda Gamble Holmes is her name, and she's saying Rhonda R. Honda Gamble, the homies, 1500. I'm thinking 1500, New York, 4000A series. They're looking for free cars. Guess what? You're already under federal investigation. These are my former landlords, so following me around. CR San Diego, behavioral health nationwide. They're hiding in the resource centers. Behavioral health are usually associated with the resource centers, and war criminals galore, you name it, they're there. And they're using Los Angeles City College stem cell and NYU stem cell, Zellerbach in NYU, who is James Zellerbach, Zellerabach, and his date of birth is 7/30/1971. And he claimed to be Mexican, German, and Spanish. He's not Mexican. And his mother is Senora Leonora. And he is with the Seventh-day Adventist Church in San Pedro, California. He told me this when I was 20 years old. I dumped him. I was not ready for a serious relationship. That was really fucking ironic. Like, they've been political targeting since I was in junior high school. I'm related to Ronald Reagan. I'm a direct descendant of Ronald Reagan. My mom was his niece. I'm his great-grandniece. My grandmother was Maria Felix, an actress in Mexico. And she is Ernestina Ulloa Orozco, date of birth 8/14/1928, Los Tapetios. And we're all related to Ronald Reagan. And she is his direct biological sister. And she was born in 1928. He was born in 1917. And my mom married Charles Bronson. She liked older men. The Salvation Army was jealous. You know, they don't like. And they go and they send me William Jackie Rhodes. You know, Clifford Karimi. You know, salt and pepper hair. Fuck Jonathan David Ford, just stupid. And who was it? Yeah, you know, come on. They don't have character depth or anything intelligent about them. And they're 20 years my senior. You know, it's really just stupid people. And they figured that I would follow the same pattern my mom did. She married an older man. She liked George Peppard from the A-Teams, and she thought Mr. T had a really nice smile, and he smiled. My mom was awesome. And I grew up in a multicultural household, listening to music, black, African American, you know, Mexican music, all kinds of stuff, really nice. And a few years ago when I was here, I was questioning a lot, and they called me open-minded. Why are you so open-minded? Why am I so open-minded? You know, I am not open-minded because I'm multicultural. The fuck? You know? In a matter of a few years, I figured out a lot of other stuff. And towards the complete opposite. They're taught not to question anything. And I'm stupid for questioning your authority. And that was from a friend. You know, I got that from Patriots Billboard. The Salvation Army is not a friend of the Patriots Billboard. And yeah, I've got a lot of friends. They're really good people. And the Wall Street Journal and the major newspapers included. I love Green Day. Joe, I love you too. Really nice. Armstrong. They're real wonderful people. And Southern Poverty Law Center, Anti-Defamation League. Twitter just joined the fight against extremism. Twitter is also located here in San Francisco, not too far from Dolby Studios, across the street from the Starbucks, a few blocks away from Burger King, and it's off of Market Street. So we're doing well with Twitter, and Google's not involved with any of these people. And San Francisco Chronicle, Metro Chronicle with MTA, and Anti-Defamation League asked, help us, Sylvia, help us fight extremism. Very nice. So we're doing well. Somebody compared me to Sylvia Plath, which is really nice. I put that on my blog. So the good guys know who the good guys are. We also know who the bad guys are. Now I have to take off because these fuckers are going to start stalking me all the way home. They get in my way to prevent me from getting home so that I can lose a roof over my head. Watch what they do. They're going to start stalking me. And stalking is now, it's against the law, for one. And stalking is the obsessive following of an individual by an individual or group of people. And we know which churches they are and who they are. So I would encourage people to get a flag all the Jehovah's Witness halls and the Episcopals, put their elders and get a restraining order on those lists because they pose a clear and present danger not only to the public inside the U.S. but also worldwide. 911 Salvation Army is on top of the list, and JEDI, J-E-D-I, Jehovah's Witnesses, Episcopal Church, non-denominational, and unincorporated, which is Tea Party. So get restraining orders galore, and please retweet. This fucker's going to give me a difficult time. Thanks. Bye. Sylvia, I'm out.